Today's coverage of the 2022 winter meetings from San Diego, California on MASN All Access is brought to you by Toyota. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota and let's go places. Joined now by Executive Vice President and General Manager Mike Elias. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Paul. How you doing?
Good. So the end of this winter meetings, it's been a very busy winter meetings around baseball. Of course, a lot of deals not official yet, but are you surprised at all at how quickly things have moved here in San Diego?
Yeah, I think surprised, but as a fan of the sport, it's been exciting. Seems like there's been something new every hour. I'm glad that we've made a signing with Kyle Gibson coming in. We've been working on some other stuff here the last couple of days. Nothing's come to fruition, but we've advanced some possibilities, and it's been one of the more action-packed winter meetings, honestly, I can remember.
Your first couple winter meetings with the Orioles were more spent building your staff and building out the front office. Now you get to actually kind of wade into the deep end in free agency and trades. For you personally, is that more enjoyable?
Yeah, it's been nice to follow the major league free agent market so closely and feel invested in what's going on out there. Like you said, in 2018 and 2019, we were just building out the organization, worrying about hiring coaches, front office staff, and then we didn't have the winter meetings in 2020 and 2021. So this has been really unique and refreshing on a number of fronts.
You've been meeting with a lot of pitchers either in person or over Zoom. How important is it to have those kind of face-to-face meetings and get on the same page with players?
Well, first of all, I always like meeting with players, even when we're doing the draft. It's always been really important to me. I think it's important to them to hear from the manager and the people that are running the team and have a personal touch. But in particular with the pitchers, we wanted to let them know that, I think historically this has been a team that free agent pitchers don't want to come to because the ballpark's tough, or it was. And now we've got a state-of-the-art pitching program. We've got the dimensions that we have now that are more pitcher-friendly, and we have a tremendous defense. So there's just a lot to sell these guys on. And, some of them are playing on the West Coast, and maybe they're not aware of the 2022 Orioles and the vibe and the future that we have. So just want to make sure that these guys can hear our story.
Is the ability or maybe the opportunity to pitch on opening day and pitch part of that pitch for free agent starters at all?
I have mentioned it to a couple guys because we do have some depth and options in the rotation coming in. But, with a guy like John Means being injured on opening day is not a clear, in terms of seniority, a clear favorite for that opening day start.
You mentioned earlier in the week second base maybe being a spot that you could look. You, of course, have Ramon Arias, who can play Gold Glove defense at third. You have Jorge Mateo, Gunnar Henderson. How high up on the priority list is getting another infielder?
Well, I think we can, if we don't, I think we'll be okay. I mean, we've got Terran Vavra. We got Joey Ortiz that we just added to the 40-man roster. We've got some other players that aren't on the 40-man yet but are really good-looking prospects that are in AAA. So we've got options for the infield, but it is an area where there's a fit for a veteran to come in just because, those three guys that you mentioned, Urias, Gunnar, and Mateo, they can cover all those spots, but not all three of them are going to play 162 games. So we've got some more timeshare to be had at a minimum.
And in corner outfield, first base, DH types, you've added so many guys on minor league deals with Franchy Cordero and Nomar Mazara, but do you feel like there's still room there to add maybe a big league contract?
Yeah, possibly. I think the depth that we brought in on the minor league deals this week, all three of them, you mentioned Mazara and Franchy Cordero, and also Josh Lester, and some players that we have on our 40-man that we haven't gotten into that provide us a nice base of depth and some competition in spring training. But there's enough guys out there on the free agent market that if we see an upgrade, we might have an opportunity to do that too.
The end of winter meetings is kind of an arbitrary deadline, but do you feel like going back to Baltimore, you've put yourself in a good position to continue to build this winter?
Yeah, we've gotten a ton of work done, and we've got some stuff brewing, and we'll see where it goes. But also, all of these people in our front office, other than just talking trades and talking to free agents, there are people working on hiring and training and all kinds of things behind the scenes that these meetings are very important for the people that work in baseball.
Mike Elias joining us here in San Diego at the winter meetings. Mike, thanks so much.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks for watching, and tune in all week to our coverage of the 2022 baseball winter meetings from San Diego, brought to you by Toyota. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota, and let's go places.